I now invite His Excellency Munir Akram, President of the Economic, Social and Permanent Council and Permanent Representative of Pakistan to the United Nations, to make a statement.
Mr. President of the General Assembly, Excellency Mr. Volkan Bozkır, distinguished Deputy Secretary General, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. It is a pleasure to join you today for this high-level dialogue on desertification and land degradation. Target 15.3 under SDG 15 reflects the ambition of member states to, and I quote, combat desertification, restore degraded land and soil, including land affected by desertification, drought, and floods, and strive to achieve a land degradation neutral world, unquote, by 2030. Globally, 1/5 of the Earth's land area has been degraded. Land degradation is undermining the well-being of some 3.2 billion people, driving species to extinction and intensifying climate change. From the year 2000 to 2015, global trends in land cover indicated a net loss in natural and semi-natural classes of land. The effects of unsustainable land management practices and demographic pressure on land degradation and desertification are also being exacerbated worldwide due to the effects of climate change. These include changing rainfall patterns, increased frequency and intensity of drought and floods, rising temperatures, and profound ecological shifts. As a consequence, populations' ability to generate livelihoods are increasingly becoming limited, particularly in the dry lands. This has also led to increased poverty, malnutrition, migration, political insecurity, and conflict. These losses, resulting from direct and indirect factors, including deforestation, unsustainable agricultural practices, land use change, and urbanization, are threatening the achievement of Goal 15.3. Excellencies, as of February 2021, 127 countries have committed to set aside voluntary targets for achieving land degradation neutrality, and in 68 countries, governments have already officially endorsed these targets. Overall, commitments to land restoration are estimated at 1 billion hectares, out of which 450 million hectares are committed through land degradation neutrality targets. The progress achieved thus far on achieving SDG 15.3 on land degradation neutrality is therefore highly encouraging. The momentum generated should be maintained. Excellencies, first of all, it is self-evident that we must stop the process of deforestation. We must provide alternatives for rural populations dependent on wood burning through renewable energy projects and by creation of job opportunities in the rural areas. My country, Pakistan, has embarked upon an ambitious ecosystem restoration initiative to transition towards an environmentally resilient society by mainstreaming adaptation and mitigation through ecologically targeted initiatives encompassing forestation, such as the 10 billion trees tsunami, biodiversity conservation, and attaining land degradation neutrality. Such examples could be easily replicated in other parts of the world. We must ensure that reforestation and adaptation are incorporated into national poverty alleviation programs. Second, The full utilization of science and technology is essential to halt land degradation and desertification. Use of modern agricultural technologies can enhance efficient land utilization and forestation. For example, global drone technology is growing at a rate of over 20% annually and is expected to double in the next 5 to 7 years. Drone farming has the potential to boost yields by enabling farmers to monitor crops frequently and intervene remotely. Smart farming is the future, which allows an average 10 times yield growth with efficient utilization of land. Smart farms incorporate latest technologies like the drone technologies and sensors to increase yield, safer production, and efficient utilization of resources. It would be imperative that developed countries share access to modern technologies on a concessional and preferential terms in order to achieve these targets. Third, finance is the key to the implementation of all plans and programs. We need a whole spectrum of solutions, such as a resolution of the debt crisis, which hampers countries from making the outlays necessary for nature-based solutions and reforestation. We need to give preference to debt swaps for nature and the SDGs. We need green bonds, a major innovative approach which can be adopted to provide financing for sustainable agriculture and reforestation. And above all, it is imperative to hold our advanced country partners to their commitment to mobilize the $100 billion in climate finance annually. Mr. President, through political commitment and a coherent strategy, we can achieve the targets set out in SDG 15.3. I thank you very much.
I thank the President of the Economic and Social Council for his statement.